What is going on, everybody? Trevor the Aviator here, where today I am going to be giving you guys another trip report. So today I am going to be getting on a flight from Chicago O'Hare International Airport and headed to Newark Liberty, where I will be flying on a United Airlines 777-300ER. This will be my second flight ever on this aircraft, and I am looking very forward to being on this airplane again, as the last time I was on this was a very pleasant experience, and I can only imagine what it would be like this time. So in a few moments I am going to need to leave, and I will see you guys when I get to the airport. Or so at least I thought I was getting on a 777, but the airline had other plans. Little did I realize, on the morning I left, when I arrived at the airport, there was a little bit of drama that occurred with my original flight. Alright, so unfortunately my 777 flight to Newark got canceled. Dang it! Well, at least I've been on one of these before. But anyways, today's flight is going to be an Airbus A319 now, after a little bit of a pain in the butt with my flight being canceled and being changed. So now I got some time to explore around the airport as we wait for our flight to depart here at about 7:20 a.m. While I was waiting another hour for my now new flight, I decided to do a little bit more wandering around the airport. Despite feeling a little bit depressed, I am not going on another wide body. Again, I at least have been on one of these, so it didn't feel as bad for me personally. The morning that I ended up leaving from O'Hare, I gotta admit, was probably the worst I have ever seen here in Chicago, because the night prior they ended up getting dumped with some snow, in which I am praying that my next flight does not get delayed again. But with how much snow we got, probably 5 to 6 inches the night before, and still snowing a little bit when I first got here. In fact, the roads and stuff were absolutely brutal. But being here at O'Hare, there were some interesting stuff that ended up occurring, such as them de-icing the airplanes, which actually was a pretty cool process to see. But it was just a bit different, is the best way to put it. Sure enough, I saw my original plane and it left at the time I was supposed to leave, but one problem. They changed this one to being a cargo flight to Tokyo Narita instead. What's funny is that they said it was a mechanical issue, but was clearly not. The real reason was that there were not enough passengers that booked this flight. However, though, luckily my new flight was not delayed, and as he was leaving, my new flight was on time, so I began heading over to gate B20, where I will be boarding the baby bus very shortly and heading off to the Big Apple. After taking off, I can finally say that all the drama was over with the weather. Definitely was not a good day to be in Chicago, and was glad to get out of there when I did. It was absolutely brutal. Unfortunately, that is what winter is like in Chicago, which stinks. But it did seem different though, just seeing a lot of snow from up in the air like what it was. That is for sure. At least on the bright side, with New York City, it was going to be warmer weather, no snow, and also as well sunny. So for the winter, that is very good weather. And once we passed over Lake Michigan was that snowstorm we had just earlier in Chicago, which I did not miss one bit. Glad I wasn't in Michigan at the time. Great state though. Later on down though, it did start to clear up where I could actually start to see some things. As far as my seat goes on the Airbus A319, it definitely was not the most comfortable seat I was in. I'm sorry, but it felt tight in there, which stinks. I also took a look at the safety manual as well for the aircraft, and about halfway though was when food and drinks came, and I just decided to have lemonade for today. Very good, and just continue to look out the window where very shortly we will begin descending into the Big Apple with a very special surprise that is gonna be coming right before we land into New York. One thing was for sure, that was a spectacular view of Manhattan as we landed. It was a lot better of weather too, which made me happy to see. Overall, as far as the flight goes, I did not want to be on it for any longer, as while it was bearable, for an Airbus A319, you would not want to be on this aircraft for real long. As far as my seat goes, I felt a bit tight in it, and this is coming from somebody who's on the skinnier side. And if you can, don't get on one of these aircraft unless if it is a short flight like Chicago to Newark. If I was going on another flight, I probably would have hated it even more if it was longer. On the bright side though, we are now in New York, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you're interested in more videos. Until then, this is Trevor the Aviator from Newark Liberty International Airport. Bye everybody!